Hi, everybody. Welcome to And Whose Fault Is That? This is episode 3. I am from the future, and I'm telling you that you're listening to this on the 14th of November, which is correct. And today I'm going to bring up things like LinkedIn, shopping for children, and I have to first and foremost start off by introducing the amazing Phil and reminding him that we must continue where we left off with cervical pillows.
Yeah, mere moments ago. So on our previous episode, uh, Nyxi regaled us with her magical chiropractic visit, um, and the cervical pillow was mentioned, and I've jotted this down and gone searching through Amazon. So neck pillow, right? I mean, there's things that look like transformers here,
It
and then
looks
there's things that
like
just look like kidney pools.
it looks like if you saw it from the side, it would look like
But kidney shaped.
what a wave would look like.
Okay, so lower on one side.
Yeah,
Nyeh.
it's got
Okay, so
that
not
little.
these that look like transformers with 3 floors.
No, I can't do that. I can't even have
Okay,
thick normal pillows. Like, yeah, no.
so okay, and so what's the suggested
It's 10 minutes.
use
You're supposed
here?
to be like 10 minutes using that. You shouldn't be
Like
using
on
it
your back with the whatever?
underneath at the base of your skull.
Huh? Okay.
And it is meant to stretch and help realign things. And it is not
Hmm.
a very comfortable, like it's not meant to be comfortable. You're not supposed to lay on that and go
You're
like,
not. This is
oh,
not a
how
sleeping pillow
amazing. No, it's
necessarily.
certainly not a sleeping pillow.
Huh?
But I do feel a difference after using it for 10, 15 minutes and then laying
Fascinating.
on my regular pillow, which is
Hmm.
probably the worst pillow. Like, I'm sure if my chiropractor or my doctor saw it, they'd be like, what the hell are you doing with this? You're better off sleeping
You
on
have to be like,
bricks.
where did you buy this?
Yeah.
Interesting. I know this fascinates me. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pretty nifty little thing. I left
Yeah. I
an
like it.
Amazon review and it has like 24 likes, so that's how popular I am on Amazon.
24. I mean, the ones I'm looking at here have 17,159. I mean, even if half of those are fake, it's
Way
not
to
that bad.
shit on my dreams, but okay.
No, no. I mean, if you have one, I mean, if you've got a, if you've got an affiliate code you'd like me to use.
Damn.
Sorry, couldn't help.
I used to. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Damn.
like shit, not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah. No, I
um,
would save, I think it was like 15, $25 or whatever when I bought it. It wasn't anything crazy, but
okay, yeah. This has piqued my interest. I'm like, do I invest? Lay.
I think
Oh
that if
God,
you have
yawning
lower
for some
neck
dumb reason.
tension,
All the neck tension.
I mean, what's the worst that happens? You don't like it and you return it? Fucking
Very true.
return it then, you know.
Limited time deal, $23. Could be worse.
Let me see. Let me see. Womp womp. Purchased March of 2024. That's how long I've had it. And I don't remember what I paid for it, but it is currently $19.
Nice.
It is the Rest Cloud,
The rest cloud.
and it is this bad boy. It basically looks like someone's lower.
Oh, that one. Okay,
Yeah,
I just saw that. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. 18.99.
there it is. That's the
Sponsored
one.
post. I can get it in dark blue, blue, gray, pink, and purple. All the
It
great
depends
choices.
on the eyes behind your head. Oh, now that I'm looking at my orders, I'm
What
very
did you buy at the
sad.
same time?
I bought something and then I got disappointed, but also still not disappointed, but kind of disappointed. I fought this
Okay.
for many, many years. And I think it's because I am neurotic in the sense where if I get something, I want it to be a part of a grander vision that I have in my head for how electronics function in my life. And
Okay.
so the reason I don't buy another monitor is because, first of all, it's wasteful. I have like four, but mostly I don't, I don't see it being of use. So it makes no sense the way I have everything else set up. And that is why I've never dove into the whole getting an Echo because I feel like I would want them to be set up in a certain way in the home that I live, and I'm never in a place where I know that's the place I'm staying. And it's just a weird thing where I've just never wanted to be like, Alexa, and then I'd be like, ugh, I don't like where it is. It's weird. Don't ignore me. Anyway, a couple weeks ago, or I would say towards the end of September, oh, the 24th of September, Amazon has had a all new limited edition Disney's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington shell for the Amazon Echo Dot. And I did not read that the device was sold separately. I thought, so I totally pre-ordered it. It's coming. There's no goddamn Echo in it, but at least I have the shell. And so when I realized that, I was like, oh man. Yeah, so now I gotta get an Echo. And it's gotta be the 4th and 5th generation, which I don't even know what that means.
Balls?
Sure. Echo Dot.
I don't even know. I had picked up several over time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would have them. They were giving them away with like Cracker Jack boxes for a while there on Christmas, where it was like, "Oh, did you want some internet connected outlets? Sure. Want a free Echo with that? Why not, Tim Bezos, whatever your name is? Oh, her mouth is agape. What is it that you have discovered?
I'm sorry, my mouth is agape. Yes. So I pre-ordered it during some special that was happening.
Prime Days.
No, it wasn't Prime Day. That was the 8th and the 9th. It wasn't Prime Day. It was something else. This is September 24th. I don't know what was happening on that day, but my offer was to purchase this. It was a pre-order for $49.99. That's how much I paid for this shell.
Well, hold on. That's not correct. The shell shouldn't be $49.
It's a limited edition pre-order freaking thing. So it's $49.99. That's how much I paid for it. Again, that price probably also convinced me that it came with the goddamn Echo. I was like,
I would say so, because they're usually like $10.
Yes, I've realized that now, because when I saw it was just the shell, I was like, well, I got swindled. But anyway, I still have it. It's still cool. I don't care. I was about to cancel it, but I didn't.
Okay.
My mouth is agape because I have Echo Dot Bundle. The limited edition Disney. Oh, it includes the Echo Dot for $63.
Bundle. Order one, return the other.
That's what I'm doing.
Bundle. This Rest Cloud neck and shoulder pillow relaxer cervical traction device for TMG pain relief and cervical spine alignment chiropractic pillow net stretcher black can be delivered tomorrow for free.
Okay.
So I think I may just do that. I do have a follow-up question though. Are you laying on this thing on a mattress, or are you laying on this thing on the floor?
It depends when I feel like using it. I've used it on a mattress. I've used it on the floor. I've used it on hardwood versus carpet.
Yeah, but there's no so mattress is fine. Okay.
Mattress is fine if you're being lazy about it. You should really be on a flat surface.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I kind of assumed. I was just like clarifying.
Yeah,
but it is ordered and it will be arriving tomorrow through the magic of the internet. Mm-hmm. Speaking of the magic of the internet, earlier today on Instagram, as Nyxi and I are frequently will send each other funny things on the Instagram. She sent me a Microsoft smart home prototype from 1999, and it is beset with funny, predictions all around. But what really struck me, and I took a screenshot of, was when Mother runs out of eggs and Mother yells into the air for her internet connected device to add eggs to the shopping list. What really piqued my interest was what the rest of the items on the shopping list were. Quite the cornucopia of bizarreness here. We've got paint thinner, furnace filters, strapping tape, nail polish, turquoise socks, gym clothes. We're getting turquoise socks, very specific. Gym clothes
Very, very like
concept.
just
We have a concept
a
of gym
concept of
clothes.
what we want with gym clothes. Yeah.
And then a pile vest. I have to Google that one. Not really sure what a pile vest is. And then our piece de resistance, eggs.
Okay, but do you know what frustrated me the most about that is that there was clear extortion from stakeholders when they were like, "This is insane. How many decades can we stretch this technology over before it's available?" Because you're telling me I threw out some goddamn eggs and my trash realized I needed more eggs, and we're not.
See, I
there
find
yet,
that as a
bitch?
problem. Do you remember the Amazon buttons?
Oops,
So this
sorry.
is why I find a problem. Do not put things on an automatic subscription. I know I might need eggs, but for the love of God, do not just auto order eggs for me, please.
Yes,
But
auto order
she
eggs
does
for me,
say,
please.
the grocer will deliver them for you. Honey, no. Some poor schmuck in a Honda Accord is going to bring you those groceries.
Yeah, that's where they left off.
That's the
They
problem.
weren't anticipating
That's the problem where the
trashy-
world's gone south for you.
Yeah.
It sounds so regal in this one. It's like the grocer in his white smock will deliver these to your kitchen. No. Some poor person working 3 jobs is going to deliver that in Honda Accord.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm Googling pile vest here because I can't. Oh, pile vest. Huh. No, I don't think that's what we have. What is that? Why does that have to be camouflage?
Wait, hold on. What's a
Huh. Fluffy vest. It looks like what's that word I'm looking for?
Oh, it's the I work at Walmart and I'm
Fleece.
a manager vest. It's a manager
Yes.
vest.
Yeah, it's a manager fleece vest. So they
It's
need a pile vest along with their paint thinner. I don't know what I'm not sure if they're not making some sort of explosives. I mean, paint thinner, nail polish, strapping tape, furnace filters. I mean, like you combine these. I mean, what's up, Walter?
Walter White. I think you're underestimating the rich family and the fact that they own at least 3 Patagonias. That's what you're not understanding.
But like, with the person from Microsoft creating this, like, beep boop, I'm gonna make a normal grocery list: paint thinner, furnace filters. Why can't there be cereal, milk, eggs?
The only thing that's missing there is the safety terms of whether or not the items on your list go against our safety standards.
I do also want to point out that for whatever reason, the first 3 things are in the main column, and then starting below strapping tape, we've indented one. So it's like the strapping tape is the precursor for the things below it that are nail polish, turquoise socks, gym clothes, and pile vest. They're indented, and for some reason, eggs is now indented under pile vest.
Are you sure this is not compost related? We're digging too much into it, I think.
I know. I'm just like, this is fantastic.
That's like the
Yeah.
I think it was like a Macintosh or some spin-off or something like that, and they called it the Petticoat 3. And the keys were really long because it's for women who have long nails. And there was a compact
Yes,
mirror that popped
I
up.
remember that.
What else was there? There was a little container that you could put your tissues in. All with rear view mirror and baby seats.
Yes.
It's the Petticoat 3.
Oh God!
Yeah.
The other one that I sent you the other day was this terrible math that somebody was doing. That like, want to bake more cupcakes per round, and they took 2 6 cupcake tins and then overlapped them to make a 9 cupcake tin. But what was wrong with 2 6 cupcake tins? And the thing is, want to bake more? You just made it 3 less. Why? Why?
Because you clicked on it. Because people like you click on it. Stop clicking on this shit, Phil. You're feeding it.
Click holes, yeah.
Fuck.
This man baked 9 cupcakes instead of 12. Click here to learn more.
That's like, I saw Chef Reacts, and normally Chef Reacts, I'm all about him. Like, it was a point where every time I saw him, I would stop, consume his media, and be like, okay, that was a good one. I agree with what he said. definitely 10 on 10, would devour that grandmother's gnocchi, whatever the fuck she made. But I'm so disappointed that he went for the clickbaity shit. Oh, I fucking hate people
Oh,
that
did
do
he?
that.
I was gonna say they float across occasionally, but
I can't deal with it. I can't. Why must we insist on giving dumb people a platform? It is beyond me.
are
I
you saying
can't.
pouring red wine um, into a baking sheet with cookie dough is dumb? I mean, I don't know why you would.
It's
I
not
had a
that.
video
It's
today
the
that opened
stupid
with somebody
shit.
pouring
It's
wine
the
into a cookie sheet, and I'm like, oh, I will
listen,
scroll through them if
plenty
I
of
immediately
people,
see that the first step is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
as much as it gets underneath my skin, plenty of people have different way of cooking shit that they can afford. I don't fucking care. You're happy, your family is fed. I don't give two shits what you do. However, when
Oh
you
no, but
start
the
going
things that
into the deep end of take this full pack of spaghetti and then put it raw, surrounded with nerd candies, and then to cut the sweetness of the tomato, put a scoop of Nutella. I'm coming to your house. I'm going to kill you. That's basically what's going to happen.
well,
Like you're
that's the
gonna,
problem. Is that exactly like when you start pouring wine into a cookie sheet? I'm like, okay, no next step is good because you're probably putting like raw cookie dough in this and then marshmallow fluff.
yeah, exactly.
And yeah, there is yeah, there's no good
Excuse me,
reason.
ASMR.
Oh, clearly Canadian, sponsored by
Robin Sparkles.
Sparkles.
It's not for you. Ooh.
I had a thought that I was going to follow up regarding the dumb food things, but it slipped my
I used to
mind
get
because I'm old.
really annoyed by shit because I had a very like, this is the way things should be made, and this is how I learned that they were made, and that's how they should stay. And it's such a fucking narrow view. Like, I can never think that anybody else could possibly ever make a borscht as good as you. Like, that's it. Like, for me, that's the
Yeah,
standard. I love it. You either make it that good or get the hell out of my life. But people make things very differently. I always compare, except for there's always the exception, right? Because there's a sense of nostalgia, and you set the bar with how home cooking was, and so there's certain things that I'm always gonna be like, if it doesn't taste like my mom's, it's always gonna be beneath the actual, like, you're not even getting
yeah.
to
There's
three
that taste
stars.
memory, and it's like there is a bar that I'm. And
Yeah.
again, I mean, I think we talked about this in many episodes ago, where exactly like I'm going for that taste memory, and those are the endorphins I want to trigger with that exact food.
Yes, the ratatouille effect. I will, however, also, which it took me time, after I stopped being an idiot in my 20s, where I was like, I'm totally gonna destroy unlimited breadsticks and soup at Olive Garden. Do I think it's authentic Italian? No, but it's still delicious if that's what I'm craving. Like, I'm still gonna want that. I can't possibly
Besides, when
be.
you're here, your family.
Which, by the way, sounds absolutely destructive. Who has a happy family like when you hear you're fighting your Uncle Tony? Like, it's like, what? Why would I
Somebody
want
should be
that?
throwing things at me at this table.
Yeah, but the thing is that when they were gathered around the table, the alternate was, when you're here, you're in your safe space and nobody judges you, was just too long for advertising. It didn't work too well with the testing audience. So they went with, when you're here, your family. They should have gone like, when you're here, you're at least out of the friend zone.
We were marveling about that. I don't know, probably driving to or from the beach house this weekend, where I don't think you could have convinced 12-year-old me that not only would I have a computer in my pocket that could give me access to absolutely everything I wanted on the planet, would I then be able to just order things on a whim and have them appear at my house from the guy that sells books, shipped for free.
And you
We
can.
live in a wild world.
And you can. It's amazing. It's an amazing world to live in. But
I'm just like, what is the next bar? Like I can already print things at my house if I really
well,
wanted to.
based on the recent news, it's definitely going to be iRobot. But we'll see how that goes. Give it about 5 years. Yeah, give it about five
Oh
years.
yeah, it's like, can I have my own Rosie to then vacuum and take the dog out? I don't have to worry about
What?
asking
That's
my
those are
child
the
to stop by.
pleasures in life. At least for me. It's what can you? I think it would be more like a what can your robot do for you? Because it's it's definitely going to be catered to what the individual desires. I don't want someone to walk my dog. I want them to do everything else so I can walk my dog because those are the
Very
things I
true. Yeah,
enjoy.
yeah, yeah. That is the ultimate one. Is that, yeah? I want somebody to go do the boring stuff that, like, somebody should be doing the dishes and the laundry, so that I could don't have to go anywhere and just walk the dog.
Oh, you know what the
So
satisfaction would be? I'm fine with washing clothes. I want someone to be like, oh, like, the clothes are done washing. I'm now putting them in the dryer. And it's like, no, no, I got this robot. I could put it in the dryer. And then once they're dry, then I'm like, now you go. Because I hate folding clothes. And they're going to stay in
yeah,
a
no, I
basket
want you
for
to fold
several
these and put it.
weeks.
Yes.
They will be in baskets for several weeks unless you take care of this robot. So, definitely. I
So really, you think that's kind of the next step, is that we get our own little personal
little automated little, not
little
next.
drones
I think we're going to have
in
to.
our lifetime, though?
I would like to say that it would probably be while I'm in a nice home. We will have, I mean, think about it. Sushi restaurants that bring you your drinks, they have these little robots and assisted things. We're so far
Yes.
disconnected from like some things that people deal with in other parts of the world that are so cool. We still don't have that stuff because
Yeah.
because people are still trying to figure out how to extort the most money for the experience. And so that stuff already exists. I don't see it being out of the realm of possibility of having that type of technology bring me my medication or cleaning up an accident or, you know, an
Yeah.
accident could be interpreted by anything. Either I pissed somewhere or I killed someone. Either way, your trusty robot's there for you. I think it's feasible. Like,
Think
I
it's
think
feasible.
so. Maybe towards
Yeah.
the end, but I think that it exists already to the extent where it should be implemented here, but we're just so far behind for numerous amount of reasons that I
Yeah,
don't
but
see why
then,
not.
I mean, I guess you can already see the edges of it in, like, how the Apple Watch has fall detection.
Yes.
And are you drinking a grapefruit one? Because it's like you just ate a whole lemon.
It's the peach one, and it's my least favorite one. I've been really good about it though. I can drink the other ones. I still have the same face with the other ones though. The only ones
Okay, okay. I'm
yeah,
like, for your
yeah.
favorite, clearly Canadian beverage, it's looked very unpleasant.
No, this one's
Um,
orchard peach. It's not the
okay,
raspberry one.
but yeah, like, I feel like we're already seeing the edges of this in the Apple Watch and in the phone, where it's the, like, fall detection, and you know um they're looking at, what was the one, like, sleep apnea testing and stuff, or sensing on these, and the heart arrhythmias and things
Yeah,
like that.
O2
And so,
sensor and
like,
everything.
yeah, so I mean, just notch that up to, a robot that then has cameras and can connect you to a person or help you get up, or et cetera, et cetera.
I think
It's
we're
not a
officially in like the year over year timeline versus the decade over decade. And even then it was such an accelerated pace because you were also born in the 80s, right?
Yeah, 80.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the holy crap from the 80s to the 90s was just a leap from like astronomical
Oh,
senses of like holy
absolutely.
crap.
I mean,
And
oh,
then when we hit the
absolutely.
2000s it was like everything is so is coming at us so fast, but at such a crazy exponential rate that I no longer think that this is a 10-year thing. I think that we're more in the year over year when it comes to technology. I'm just not able to break down the steps in between quite yet because I'm not sitting down to think
Yeah.
about it or I can't even imagine the steps that it takes in between. But that's why I'm saying definitely in our lifetime, I might just be in a retirement home by then. but I don't see why not because it already exists. So,
Yeah, and it's just a matter of refinement
yeah. And
and
so, I mean, even when we think
evolution.
about the self-driving cars and all of that stuff, I mean, even Uber is wanting to do self-driving taxis and stuff like that. So it's just,
Yeah. I mean, again, even, I played with I don't know if we talked about this before, but I had played with the Tesla's full self-driving subscription. Like, you should get a free month when you get the car. And
yes, it's the new
it's
Sirius XM.
oh yeah, I know, you get the free month. Yeah, and then I'm like, it's $100 a month. Like, he drops it to $50 a month, we'll talk. But and it used to be 200 from what I remember or hear. But um but it's so enabling. Like, even without the subscription, it comes with the uh, radar cruise control with lane keeping, where it will just steer. Like, it won't change lanes and stuff. So, but if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna set it to 65 and stay in the right lane, and it'll hold on to the lane and slow down and speed up as cars get in front of you and let them safely merge. And that is sufficient for my needs, but there was a time when I was roasting my back yesterday in the car that it definitely crossed my mind that, you know, I have to actually take control now and change lanes and then make this exit. But if I had the full self-driving on,
Oh
it would just
boy,
do it by itself.
you're spiraling.
But again, what's that?
You're spiraling.
Oh no, I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's not gonna happen. I can't. I don't drive enough to make it to justify
To
it. But
justify the expense, yeah.
to justify the extra $100 a month, like,
But I mean, do you trust
Listen,
it
I
at
just
this
got rid of the
point?
back blaze. That's $100 a year. The $100 a month is gonna be a hard sell.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, if only people that were using, because there's always going to have to, I mean, it's not even human intervention. This is technological intervention because we are first and foremost like the controlling body of it. So I don't look at it like this is going in Skynet directions because I don't think people really understand that these things need to be programmed. They just don't fucking take off to whatever the fuck they want.
No,
Like,
no,
there's
no. I
always a
mean,
plug to pull.
yeah, there's always a plug to pull, and absolutely, like, the thing is that it constantly pesters you. It wants
Yeah,
but it takes a lot of the yeah.
I think this is like a good. I'm gonna use this as a segue towards like AI and how I've been. I I've ramped up my use of LinkedIn lately.
Hmm.
Not posting or anything, just browsing versus being on Twitter or X, right? And I'm just so fucking tired of seeing. I rather be reading old people posting on Facebook with zero idea of how to use anything that they have in their hands versus the bullshit that people write on LinkedIn. It is the most corporate fluffed jargon that I just can no longer digest anymore. Anyway, aside from the
Like,
numerous
are you talking like
stupidities of being,
corporate fluff jargon with no, like, substance?
it's like we should never hire people who haven't been to college, dot dot dot, and then it's a clickbait so that you click on their thing and then they go down through 800 reasons of why people that don't have college degrees are still worth something, and it's basically a chat GPT generated freaking thing, and it's got a bunch of
Oh,
emojis and everybody's
so
like, yes, I totally
they're
agree.
creating content to
It's
get clicks
bots
and
talking to bots created by, and it's just how something is written is so very clearly manipulated, and like you could tell when someone's writing something, and you can tell based on their adjacent social networks how they like their online voice. Everybody has an online voice. The same thing goes for your voice in a text message. This is how you know
hmm.
someone is annoyed with you or they're busy by how they reply to you through text message. You could tell something's off. There's a certain cadence to someone's voice online. And so most of the shit is just AI generated and it's garbage. But now it's seeped into the quote unquote hiring managers. that are going around trying to hire people, and they essentially are, they're just empty charlatans that try to recruit people. And unfortunately, I think people are sometimes falling for it. They're doing it to increase engagement for their main page, which sucks. But someone
Okay.
had reached out with some offer for some contract to work for some company, which is not even remotely worth remembering. But it was something like, hey, we noticed that your jobby job is at XYZ. Have you ever considered doing ABC? It might be something that you're interested in. Give this job description a look. And like, I can already tell by how they worded things that, first of all, it was already off. There was flags already, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I shit you not. In the span of 2 weeks, it was the same type of message with the same buzzwords. So now they're targeting people that are within the industry, which my specific industry, with buzzwords like, have you ever wanted to work for a title that felt immersive and innovative? This next gen title is an open world, and it has replayability. And we're even thinking about doing things that are procedurally generated. And it's like, okay, is it a playable game? Do you have a start button? Like, it's very generic job descriptions.
Tell me more about your.
Yeah. But my favorite one, and I'm very upset that I deleted this because it came through Google Voice and it was a message that they had left, was around the same buzzwords. Okay? Until they said something along the lines of, with seamless incorporation and she said this game, it was a woman's voice, clearly like TTS.
Okay.
You could tell it wasn't a person after a while just by how there were pauses. But she was like, this world seamlessly plugs you into the open world, and you can really tell that the devs took their time to polish it. And I was like, to polish the game, not polish it, polish.
Why is it a capital P?
You pronounced it wrong, you dingleberry. And yeah,
that's
so
brilliant.
I'm just tired of seeing that type of stupidity and everybody just being pretend happy for each other and the fake networking and I'm so proud of you on your new journey and blah blah blah. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You don't care about these people. You don't like these people. You just don't want to disappear in your network. That is a fake network that truthfully anybody on your list cannot make anything happen for you because people with actual power don't spend their whole days jerking off on LinkedIn. So I don't know. I don't even know why I'm on there. It's driving me nuts. So
you can find Nyxi on LinkedIn Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
I like to browse international things that are going on in Europe, gig wise, and I like to use that medium.
See how the other half lives on the continent, not in the colonies where you live. But once upon a time, I will quickly interject this, but over the summer, we were on the ferry, and we were walking through the inside of the ferry. And as we were walking out onto the deck, there was a family sitting at one of the tables playing a board game. And it was very pretty, very colorful, very vibrant, gorgeous. Gorgeous tiles, gorgeous boards. And Heather couldn't help and stopped and was like, "What is this that you are playing?" Family's like, "Oh, this is Azul."
Azul, yeah.
And she's all about, and she's like, "It's so easy, and our family loves it." So Heather and I put this in the back of our skulls and searched it on Amazon, threw it in our shopping carts, put it in the safe for later. Fast forward to Amazon Prime Day a couple weeks ago. Last week, this week, 5 days ago, whatever it is. Heather noticed that it was in her cart and they had it on special. She bought it. And so on Wednesday, on dinner Wednesday, she's like, "Oh, we have a game. Like, I don't want to be at home. Let's go." She's like, "I'm in a soup mood. Let's go to like Panera and do like soup and sit at the table and play Azul."
Pause.
Pausing.
Was it French onion soup?
I'm sorry. You see, your mic is cutting out. What did you ask me?
Was it French onion soup?
No. I chose a chicken and wild rice because I wanted some protein, and she went with tomato with a grilled cheese. I was eyeballing. It was gonna be French onion, but I had French onion last time we were there, like a few months ago. I just was like, I want something.
Anyway, go on, Azul.
So, anyway, we bust out Azul and we start reading the instructions. These are not easy. We end up watching a 45-minute YouTube video before we finally grasp it. The whole time we're wondering, are we just dumb? Why is this so difficult?
Okay.
It is gorgeous. We will play it again. It's very addicting. We will be playing it again. But of the 90 minutes we spent at Panera, 45 minutes was spent watching a video by Tom explaining how the scoring works.
Oh, that's
I think
what
we're old and this
that's
is
what the
alluding to.
difficulty is. Okay, so my friend Bubs, Christina, her nephew, I don't remember which one. Sorry, Christina. Huge board game fanatic, loves Azul. And I looked it up as well, and I'm looking at like, oh, these are really nice mosaics and this and that. And I just never ended up purchasing it because who the hell am I going to play with? But
once Tom explained it to me in a 45-minute video.
Oh my God, 45 minutes, yeah.
I know. We had to watch it all the way to the end. But once Tom explained it to me, because we watched a short 8-minute video, but we were like, huh? And so, but yeah, once we got it, we're like, okay, we got it now. And we played like enough rounds to where Heather screwed me over in one round, and then I proceeded to screw her over. So after a while, we're like, oh, this is like Sorry with consequences.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so maybe I misspoke, but I mean, it takes a few more steps to click than just open the box and...
Yeah. No, most definitely. Like it took, and there are definitely more intricacies in this. What we busted out and got to as far as we got on the Panera Bread was probably, just like a first, because we would like discuss each other's moves, be like, okay, so if I'm doing this makes sense, right? And she'd be like, yes. But then if you do that, that's the consequence of that. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well then I'm going to do these red ones instead. And so, yeah, we were playing very much like, am I crazy or is this the correct step? So, but it's I would recommend it. It's funny. We actually, when we were down visiting my parents in Florida in July, we Heather had found Rummy, but it's like it's almost like Uno with tiles, sort of. But it was like a travel Rummy, and it is so quick and easy to set up. That became kind of like our default beach game, so to speak. It's called Rummy Cube. There it is.
Oh, okay.
We'll put the thing in show notes. But I liken it. I like to laugh and be like, oh, this is like I don't even know what the rules of real Rummy is, but in this case, it's like I said, I liken it to Uno with tiles, because like the only way you can put stuff down on the board is like if you have 4 13s, you can put them on, or if you have 1 through 6 all in the same color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah.
Well, speaking of games and stuff, John and Haley are moving, which I have mentioned previously. Maybe not on the podcast, or maybe I did. It doesn't matter. But they're moving, and they left huge board game people. And they had a bunch of them that they were going to end up donating. And I was like, give me those. My sister's coming. And my sister loves playing games. We have some, but I think like the one that we saw, which was like a a Disney's Trivial Pursuit or something like that. It was very it could see it being up my sister's alley, so we took some of them off their hands and ended up also because she gets here on Saturday. I have been speaking with her on and off over the last few weeks since we booked the tickets and stuff, and it's very much like, what does my nephew need? What am I missing? What do I need to do to the house to prepare for
like,
this
do I
kid
need to
to
buy
be
Duplo
here?
blocks, or are we up to Lego yet?
Yeah, like what's going on, and what do you need, and what do I need to purchase grocery wise?
Do I need to buy like outlet plugs?
So,
Remind me how children function.
right? I car seat. Totally had to buy a car seat. And
Like car seat. Not I forget how old. Five-ish, right? Not booster
it's
seat.
based on weight though, and he's
okay.
only just reached 40, and you have to be 45 for the booster. So I was like, why even risk it? We'll get the full seat. But I got the ones that like they're transformers. They come apart, and we use whatever she needs.
Like, in future, yeah.
And so everything for the children/infants were all in like one area. It looked like it was piled on top of each other. Like, this is what the inside of we got it off the truck looks like, where they just emptied everything into this one area in the E section of the store. And I was like, how am I supposed to find this car seat? So I found the car seat, which was like a Graco, which my sister was okay with. Couldn't take the sample, had to buy the pink one. I don't really care. My nephew's not going to give a shit. It's just a color. But then I was like, oh, I also need this potty thing. Out of blues. Here we go, another pink one. Okay, fine. So now I got two pinks. And I'm like, the third one, does he...
Beetlejuice, and now it's...
Ta-da! So I was like,
pink body,
what's going on? Either way, it was a disaster in there. There was so many like pieces of cardboard boxes that were torn, which I don't understand why it was like that. Even the car seat that we got, perfectly fine car seat, but the box was damaged. And which is, I think, why my brain went directly to...
Were you shopping in a real
truck.
Store, or was
this a
was there a roll-up garage door?
Yeah. Where did you actually go buy this? No, it was definitely the Walmart.
And they had cashiers and everything.
Yeah. I mean,
she
looked like me when I looked in the camera because I went to self-checkout. It was really difficult to find the things that we needed, and I didn't realize that nothing's in stock. I couldn't even find like a small kids table. You know what the
Actually, I got a follow-up question. Why didn't you just run to Amazon?
Because I want to be able to make it less of a pain in the ass to return things after she leaves. Because what am I supposed to do with this stuff after she leaves?
What are you supposed to do with a pink potty?
What am I supposed to do? I mean, we can
neither
play
the dogs are going to use it.
Yeah, it's a different type of darts game we could play, but I just don't feel like setting it up. So I excuse me.
Oh God, I vote that's the this week's title. Yeah. A different kind of
darts game. Bought at Schmalmart.
No context provided.
We call it logs. No. Yeah. So I was kind of irritated by how, like, clothes everywhere. Little infant knickknacks or whatever babies use, like, no problem. Similac, obviously, under lock and key, like, no problem. Toys galore. Anything for the safety of the kid, all piled together. Fight amongst yourselves. All these boxes have been broken into. And it's just like...
bumpers, outlet covers.
I was really surprised.
Leashes.
Yeah, I was
baby
really
gates.
Surprised. I was really surprised that I expected to find more. But also, again, like Amazon, I couldn't find the table. So I had to order the little kids table off of Amazon, which is fine.
Little kids table or high chair?
No, a kids table, like the kids playing table. This table behind me is way too
tall.
Okay,
a play table. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the one that has like the folding chairs. It's a kid's height table.
Yeah.
And he's all about Coco Melon, so I bought him a Coco Melon one. And so far, that's going to be the only thing that I have to return. That's going to truly be a pain in the booty hole. because I have to bring it all the way to Whole Foods, which is fine. So, yeah.
Just
That's
an
about
excuse
it,
to go to
folks.
the Just an excuse to go to the Whole Foods, go visit the buffet, get some LaCroix.
Get some samosas. God, I love the Whole Foods that we go to here. It's got so much Indian food. It's delightful. But nothing tastes the same to me anymore, so meh. All right, buddy guy. Well, yeah, that episode flew by. Thanks, everybody. That was delightful. Phil, did you want to touch base on anything else before we wrap up episode 3?
No, we can put it off to the next one. It's going to be a rabbit hole anyway, so we shall touch base, and I think the next recording will be after.
Sold separately from log. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Toodaloo.
Doodles. Bye.
Thanks for listening to And Whose Fault Is That? Please consider subscribing on Spotify, Apple, Google, or wherever fine podcasts are found.